Going to go through how to set up your devices and how to set up your personnels and your users and your scenarios. First thing you're going to want to do is log into your portal. Then you'll click on the administration tab. Under administration, click on users. Users are people that will be logging into the portal or you'll be using as a contact. Contacts will be used for scenarios and they will be used in emails or text messages. First you'll want to do is you'll want to click on new users, add a first and a last name. You can determine if you want them to be users or administrators. Administrators are going to have full access to the portal. They'll be able to add, delete, make changes, whereas a user is going to be having limited access. They'll be able to see things, but they will not be able to make changes. After that, there is this box that says allow login. You can keep it ticked or you can untick it. This is a box that you can determine if you want somebody to be able to log into the portal or not. By unticking it, you will lose a lot of fields that you need to fill out. By keeping it ticked, you can continue to fill everything out. You'll need to start by adding an email address. You can decide if you want to use the email address as a login name, or you can create your own login name. You need a password and a passcode. Passcode is usually used for the monitoring station, so you could put absolutely anything you'd like in the passcode feature and it won't tell you you're wrong. So for example, I would just use tell us or use whatever is going to work. As you scroll down further, there's available for contact. You can keep this box checked or unchecked. Contacts again are going to be used in scenarios a little bit later, so if you want them to receive a text message, just add in the phone number. Once you're done, you would just click save. Under users, there's also the user groups that we just briefly touched on. Right now you can see there's administrators and there's users. You could also add your own user group. You could call it administrator users, or you could call it partial admin. Whatever's going to work, you can select your users once you've added them in at a later date. You can move them over to the right to make them a part of this group. And then you can set their permissions. What do you want them to be able to do? Do you want them to be able to add, delete, just view reports? You can change all that here. And you can add in departments. Departments are going to be used to help break down everyone that's going to be using the devices, because from my understanding, you're going to have several groups using these devices. So a department would be, for example, the Lancaster County would be using one department and you would have Frontenac being another department. Once that's done, you can click save. Or if you go back into user groups, you could also adjust the administration or users now. You could change the permissions for users if you wanted to restrict them a little bit more. Another area I will show you is called beacons. Beacons are your devices. So once again, highlighted in black right here, that means they've already been assigned. As you can tell, it's assigned to test spot 1. In the orange, that means they have not been assigned. This number here is the ESN number and it's located inside where the battery is on the devices or on the box. First step to setting up your devices, you need to go to personnel, not to get personnel confused with the users. Personnel is somebody that's using the device. So you just need to click add personnel and fill out first and last name. Any additional details is up to you. It's great for the spot devices in case there's an emergency situation and they need to know who they're looking at. Personnel, you could use just a normal name, John Doe, or if there's a group of people using them, you could call it Frontenac Unit 1. And what I've seen done in the past is under other information, they've just listed the names of the people that are using the devices. Once again, when you're done, you would click save. Right now you can see we have test spot 1 and test spot 2. Then you're going to need to go back into the administration tab, click on beacons, and pair up that personnel with a beacon. So you just tick the box, click assign, and then you would need to find them and pair them together. Once that is done, you need to add scenarios to the devices. So just at the top here, there's a scenario section. And right now we've already preset up 4 scenarios. So we have alert, help, check-in, and tracking. If you need to refer back to these, please do. What I would suggest is, because there's going to be different groups of people needing to be notified with different people, I would set up separate scenarios for your group. For example, I would call it Frontenac Spot Alert, Frontenac Spot Help, so on and so on. I'm just going to open up the alert scenario so you can take a peek. You can change the name or you can keep it the same. The schedule is always going to be 24/7. Notifications. These are the people that are going to receive text messages or emails in the event that this alert goes off. Once you set up your users, you'll see a big list of people here on the left. You just need to highlight them and move them over to the right in order for them to be notified. And if you just go down a little further, items and item group, these are the spot devices that are being used. So in the event that right now test spot 1 sends an alert, Joanne McCullough will receive an email message. So who do you want to receive these messages in the event that these devices are fulfilling these scenarios? Once that's done, you'd click next and then you just click save. And you just need to do all of that for all 4 scenarios. Keep in mind that you can also have multiple scenarios going on for multiple groups that you're going to have with the spot devices. You could have, for each spot device, you could have 4 separate scenarios. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to email me or give me a phone call and we can just work this out for you. Another area that you're going to find useful is the departments tab. The departments are just going to break everyone down so that you can only see your devices within your group rather than seeing everyone, unless there is a select group of people that want to see what's going on with everything. The next section is the reports. Reports you're going to find very useful. You have 5 different reports to use from here. You're going to have the item status report, which is just going to give you a quick location of the last known point of the device. The route log is going to be very useful because it's going to show you a map on the one side, and on the right side it will show you all the address stamps with latitude and longitude or address points, so you can see exactly where these devices have gone. Event details is just going to give you a very detailed outline of what's going on with these devices. Where are they tracking? What alerts have been sent off at what time? Has anything else been going on with these devices? The worker login is not going to be useful for you because we're not having people logging in and logging out, so this report probably won't be used. The last one is the login summary. This is going to show you who has logged into the portal at which time, so this will be very useful to you as well. You're also able to schedule these reports, and once you're done logging these reports, you can also export them into Excel if you prefer. One last thing I'm just going to quickly show you is how to have a locate of the people that you're using. Once you've set them all up, I suggest that you test them all, make sure everything's working properly and we have all the right devices. If you go to the personnel tab, there's this show location. If you click on it, it's going to pop up a map and show you the point of where the person is, as long as the device is turned on. Keep in mind that if you see a green C, that means the location is current and it's the most up to date. If you see in red an LV, that is an old location point. So we want to get it to see the C because we want an update point as long as the devices are turned on. And on the home screen, you're also able to view multiple devices up to 100 or one at a time under map view. You just highlight who you want to see, click show selected, the map will pop up, and you'll be able to see where these people are located. In the event summary, you're also going to be able to see the alerts that are sent, who sent them, the time. Once you're done with those, you can clear them and you'll see them under cleared events. You will be able to see these for 48 hours. One last thing that I want to show you that we briefly discussed at the end of our training. Under the administration tab, there's landmarks. Landmarks are going to be great if you're looking at a map with lots of trees. This way you can kind of get an idea of where they are in regards to certain landmarks, maybe adding a gas station or just adding certain points on the map to give you a better understanding of where everyone is. You can add or import these. You can also do them with latitude and longitude or with address points, whichever is going to work best for you. So please feel free to email me or call me if there's any questions. Otherwise, please use this for your reference, and thank you so much for your time.